Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I tend to make videos when I have something that I want to talk about. Plus, it's my busy time of year. We just got back from vacation and I have a show coming up. It's just a busy time of year. Um, but this little thing has been buzzing around in my head, so I figured I'd take a break and make a video. If you've watched my videos, you know that one of the things that I like to point out is how blatant the Watchtower is when it comes to Jehovah's Witnesses. How they know they can feed you whatever they want to, and you're going to swallow it hook, line, and sinker. You're just not even going to question it. One of my favorite magazines is the June 22nd, 2000 Awake, because it's filled with all of the tricks that are used, manipulation of information, propaganda, etc., the tricks of the trade that are used to deceive people. And then they turn around and use exactly those tricks on you. And you just, ooh, yeah, wasn't that a fine spiritual meal? And the Watchtower's laughing at you. And on somebody else's video, this comment came up, the subject of brainwashing came up, and this Jehovah's Witness kind of scoffed it off and laughed it off and, etc. But the Watchtower does exactly the same thing to you when it comes to being blatant. They flat out tell you that they're brainwashing you, and you guys eat it up. What a fine spiritual meal. There's lots of references to this. I'm going to use my two favorites. The first one comes from the March 1st, 1983 Watchtower. And consider some of the other twisted things used to mislead God's people today. On occasion, opposers will question the various teachings that Jehovah's people hold in common. Often this becomes a debate about words, just as it was in the first century. They reference 1 Timothy 6:3 and 4. They may also question the need for an organization to direct the minds of God's people. Their view is God's Spirit can direct individuals without some central organized body of men giving direction. Let's take a look at the definition of direct. To control the operations of, to manage, to govern. So they may also question the need for an organization to control the operations of the minds of God's people. And the men are controlling the operations of the minds of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They're flat out telling you that we're controlling your mind. We're the ones in charge. The other one that I like so much is the Watchtower June 1st, 1953. Minds must be cleansed and made over. Mental circuits formed by old world thinking and acting faded out and new ones put in according to the new world specifications. By privately studying regularly, by attending all meetings regularly, by engaging in all features of the preaching work regularly, mental circuits are deepened and such good activities become habitual. Not at all the struggle they were when mental circuits are weak and faint because used only occasionally. For ourselves and for others, make them strong. Let's take a look at the definition of brainwash. Any method of controlled, systematic indoctrination, especially one based on repetition. So, minds must be cleansed. Brain wash. Minds cleansed, brain washed. Reforming mental circuits. They're rewiring your brain. How? By repetition. By indoctrination, systematic indoctrination of repetition. So they direct your thoughts, they tell you what to think, and it's managed by constant indoctrination. And again, propaganda, manipulation of information, etc. And then the witnesses will also say that they can think for themselves. Well, in these two examples, you can see that they can't. The men direct their minds. The men in Brooklyn direct their minds. that their minds must be cleansed and made over according to the specifications of these men. And independent thought, all you have to do is look through the literature. They harp on it. It's in talks. It's in the public literature. It's in the private literature that only the witnesses have access to. They harp on it. Independent thought is a big no-no. You can't think for yourselves, because if you're thinking for yourselves, these men cannot think for you. It's that simple. These men are brainwashing you. They're in control of your mind, and they are demonizing independent thought. They're laughing at you because you're swallowing it. You're swallowing it hook, line, and sinker. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.